Hey, fourth graders. Today we're going to be working on our workbook pages 266 and 268. And then we will also be doing the front side of 5-6. So today is a review from third grade, which is kind of nice, right? Perimeter, and area. An important thing to remember is when you are doing perimeter, let's write this up here. Perimeter is plus, area is times, because that will help you. So you'll be able to look up at that and see that, because we're going to be doing both, okay? And so we're going to have a P equals on each line and an A equals on each line. And we're going to figure those out. So you'll be putting that on all of these, okay? Got to leave enough space. Let's just do 2 for now, and then we'll do the rest later. All right, so perimeter is plus. So when I look at number 11, I see I have 2 on this side and 9 on this side. And MI stands for miles. And you're going to notice that they're going to change the measurement on each one. So we just need to make sure that we use the correct measurement in our answer. So if I know that this side is 2, I also know that this side is 2. And if I know if that side is 9, I know that this side is 9. So you need to write those in there first. And then we're going to do the perimeter, which is adding all the sides. So maybe you like to add 9 plus 9 first. And you know that's 18, and then add your smaller numbers, 19, 20, 21, 22. So perimeter would be 22. And then MI. All right. And then area, I only need to times the corners. So I'm only going to times the corners. So what is 2 times 9? That's what's going to give me my area. 2 times 9. Did you say 18? And then when we do area, we always do miles squared, like that, or you can do square miles, either one of those, okay? You do have to put the squared part in there for area. All right. So we did do that in third grade. Hopefully it sounds familiar to you, okay? But when you get to each problem, I want you to put the numbers on all the sides. That's like your first step, okay? So like on number 12, I have 4 and 4, so I know that these two sides are also going to be 4. So when I do my perimeter, I could actually say, to do my perimeter, I could say 4 times 4, or I could count up, or I could count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. So I know that my perimeter is 16, and then I look up to check my label, and it's M for meters. Okay, now when I do my area, here I am again, I'm timesing my corners. So 4 times 4. All right. And because it's a square, it's going to be interesting on this one because we've got the perimeter is 16, but also the area is 16. But then remember, it's meters squared, okay? So I want you to do those next two by yourself. You will be just great on those, okay? So if you want to pause the video until you get those two done, that would be great. All right, hopefully you got those two done up above. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on the bottom section now. And this is kind of like we're solving a little bit of a mystery, okay? Because we have a missing side that we need to figure out. So we're going to read the story problem and we're going to figure it out. So, and always pay attention to whether they're talking about area or perimeter, because that's going to make a difference, remember? Let's write that back up here. Perimeter plus area times. All right, here we go. The area of the rectangle is 60 square meters. They're telling us that. One side of the rectangle has a length of 10. What is the unknown side? So we know we're figuring out area. Okay, so we know that the missing side, we times our corners for area. And they told us that it was 60. So if this side is 10, what number am I going to put right here? Because we know that the area is 60. And if I times 10 times this number, what would go in that spot? Okay, 10 times what is 60? Because I need to get to my magic number of 60. Okay, what do you think goes in there? Okay, 10, count by tens to get to 60. How many was that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Did you get 6? So they said, what is the unknown side length? So we just figured it out. It was 6. And then my label here is meters. Okay, so on that one, they were asking for area. Okay, let's go to the next one because I see that it's different. So on number 16, it says the perimeter of the rectangle is 32 inches. This is important. One side of the rectangle has a length of 11. What is the unknown side length? Okay, so if we're doing perimeter, we're going to need all the sides, aren't we? Well, we know if this side is 11, then we know that this side is also 11. And we know that the whole thing adds up to 32. That's the magic number. So if I add 11 and 11, that's 22. I need to figure out my other two sides, and I need them all to add up to 32. Well, 11, like I said, 11 plus 11 is 22. Okay. So and the whole thing is 32, so I can subtract to see how much I have left. 10. Now, do I want to make both sides 10? No, I do not, do I? I need both sides to add up to 10. That way I'll get to my magic number of 32. So I know that 5 plus 5, this is also inches. Now, if I add up all of my sides, this and this for perimeter, remember perimeter is the rim. I'm going all the way around the rim. Okay, I would get that magic number of 32. So their final question at the end was, what is the unknown side length? Okay, we know that it was 5. We don't have to put both 5s down. They just want to know the length of one side. So 5 inches. Fun, right? Mystery. All right, so I'm going to help you a little bit with the drawing on the next one, okay? And then I want to leave one of those for you to do, okay? So let's look at number 17. I see that it's perimeter again, okay? So I know it's all the sides. The perimeter of a rectangle is 56 millimeters. That's my magic number, okay? 3 of the sides, they're going to tell us 3 sides of the rectangle. 3 sides of the rectangle, let's draw our rectangle right here. They're going to give us 3 sides, 15 millimeters, 13 millimeters, and 15 millimeters. Well, since it's a rectangle, I know that the 15s have to be opposite each other. So I'm going to say 15 millimeters and 15 millimeters. And I know that one of the other sides is 13 millimeters. Guess what? So now I'm left with this side right here. And because this one over here is 13, I know that it says, what is the unknown side length? I know that the unknown one is going to be 13 as well, isn't it? So over here, 13 millimeters was the missing side. So you really do need to draw a picture to help you, okay? I see that on the next one too. I would definitely be drawing that rectangle. Also remember on the next one that it is area, so you're going to be timesing your corners. So you're going to draw your rectangle, okay, and it says the area of the rectangle is 81. Okay, that means that this number times this number has to equal 81. Okay, so figure that one out. And then meet me on the next page. Hey friends, we are going to continue with number 27 and 28. I might actually leave 29 as kind of an extra credit one. We'll talk about that in a minute. But we are going to be doing perimeter and area, but this time you're going to notice that they're not just plain rectangles. These are called complex figures. Okay, so we're going to be figuring out both perimeter and area. And I want to tell you that I would start with perimeter first because that's the outside dark black line. Okay, so when we do perimeter, you can put little hash marks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put a 5 there. And then notice on that corner, I'm counting it again on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're working our way around the figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice on that, watch the corners, guys, because sometimes you forget to do that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of fun. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. All right, now I need to add up my rim or my perimeter. Okay, add up your perimeter, and then we are going to write that in here. We're going to say perimeter equals, okay, so let's start adding up. Okay, so I've got 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 5 more is 17, plus 5 more, I'm right here now. You counting with me? 22. Plus 3 more is 25, plus 10, 25 plus 10 is 35, plus 3 more is 38, plus 2 more is, the last one was 40. So the perimeter, when I added them all up, was 40, and then these are centimeters. Each one of these squares is 1 centimeter, so centimeters. So that would be my perimeter. Now, for area, it's a little bit different because I can't just start timesing corners because I have different shapes. So I need to make them into something that's easier for me to get the area. So I'm going to make rectangles. And there's more than way, there is always more than one way to, they call it decompose the figure because you're breaking it into rectangles. But when I look at the green one, I think the easiest way to divide the rectangles is like this. And now I've got 2 rectangles that I can figure out the area, okay? And when we do area, we times our corners, okay? So let's look at the top green rectangle. If I'm going to times my corners, 7 times 5. And that's only giving me the area of that top one. What is 7 times 5? I'm going to put it up here on the side. It's 7 times 5 is 35. Now I need to come down to this green one, okay? And I need to do the area. Now notice that this red line right here really goes all the way across, doesn't it? So I'm going to times my corners, but I want to make sure that I look at this bottom number because that tells the whole thing. I could also look up at this 5, but then I'd have to count the other ones. So I'm going to do 10 times 3 to get my area of the bottom one. What is 3 times 10? 3 times 10 is 30. Now I need to add those 2 shapes together to get my area. 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 3 is 6. So my area of this whole green shape is 65 centimeters, and then we have to do our little squared. Okay, so that is the answer to both of those. When you take the NWEA coming up, you might see some of these on there, and that would really help your score go up on your test if you could decompose or break them down into smaller parts. Okay. When you get down to like this one down here, we will start, I want you to do the purple one by yourself, guys, okay? You can make the little hash marks that go around, right? So you're gonna make your little numbers, you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, there's 3. You're gonna go all the way around just like we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put your 7. And remember, these are numbers that we're going to add up eventually, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe we should circle them so we can see them better, okay? And I keep going. I do the bottom and then the side all the way around. You can do it, okay? Once you have your perimeter, then that's when you're going to break it into rectangles. And when I look at this one, I think the best way to break it into rectangles would be just like this. So you have 3 rectangles that you're going to figure out the area for, okay? And remember, area is where I'm timesing my corners. So when I figure out the area of this shape right up here, I know that I'm going to do 7 times 3 is 21. So that'll be my first one. But remember how you have to add all the areas together for the 3 shapes, okay? Extra credit on this yellow one. See who can get that one right. Perimeter you'll get right for sure, because that's just counting around the edge, but I'm curious to see if anyone can get the area right on that harder yellow one, okay? Do the purple one for sure, and then Mrs. Hagen is going to change her mind. We are not going to do the front of 5-6 today. So I think this is a lot for you guys to get done, and we will focus on that. So ignore my part at the beginning where I said we were going to do the front of 5-6. Thanks, guys.